In the face of overwhelming odds, I'm left with only one option. I'm gonna have to science out of this.
Mooner? I barely know her. That's right, people, the Mun is so last season. Or last episode, I guess. We went over there, had a brief affair on the surface, and then pulled off the worst Thunderhawks cosplay ever seen on film. Hopefully today's missions go a little smoother. In fact, I can't wait to... hold on. Yes. Yes? What? What do you mean he's awake?
Jesus Christ, it's Jim.
Send in the team. Right. Where were we? Ah, yes. Today's story begins, as all good ones do, with the unmitigated capitalist sequestration of public funding. We'd previously picked up a contract to build a station in Kerbal orbit, but unfortunately just didn't quite have the right research to do it the way we'd like. 9 Kerbals have to fit on there, which means we're gonna need a lab plus other modules, the lab, and it has to not fall out of the sky. All of that seems pretty easy. This one I'm not so sure about. As such, a quick trip to... Minmus was in order. Sure, why not? Oh, come on. And behold, the inexplicably named Holy Schneidelbach Extrakerbular Reconnaissance Vehicle. Packed to the brim with as many science experiments as we could fit on it. The more of these we can check off on manned missions, the more we can use for our upcoming probes. That's how the Kraken gets in and out. See, he's got a little Rubik's Cube he can solve. Oh, well, can't forget the cardboard box. Wouldn't want to go to space without the cardboard box and the microwave. Oh god, it's so stupid. Get a gorgeous shot of this ridiculous thing flying by the Mun itself. Enjoying those low-hanging views. Oh, beautiful. So how many science experiments have we now logged? Or 176. Okay. Okay, maybe this craft is a little cheesy. I mean, we said you can't use it on probes unless it's been on a manned mission. So, you know, we're just doing curved missions, I guess. That's just the game plan. Oh god, I burned way too late. Okay, this maneuver is going to be a bit scuffed. There we go. There's our intercept. 59 meters per second. Pretty chill. 67 days. In the future. Oh no. This mission might take a while. It's pretty cramped conditions for that kind of time. We still got plenty of supplies. This is officially going to be the longest mission to date then. And all for the greed. All for the greed of being able to siphon off another... What was that? Oh, there we go. 184 experiments more than we would have had. I mean, at a point, you just gotta laugh, right? Okay. take me to the Minmus encounter. I'll see you all at the Blue Marble, I guess.
Many months later.
Alright, we have rather tragically run out of supplies. No one's dead, but they're also not, I don't imagine they're particularly happy at the moment. I don't know what the USI life support, I don't know what the effect is of running out of supplies, but I imagine it's probably not very good for your health. So, that's something we're going to need to be very cognizant of here. I think this mission's, it's done. I was going to try my best to maybe sort of stay in orbit and see if we couldn't rendezvous this vessel with our new space lab that's coming up, because that would be a really great way to farm some more science and data. But I think that is going to be suicide. We're going to be committing some Sudoku if we do that. Okay, so we're escaping Minmus in 10 days, meaning that these guys are going to have no food for 2 weeks almost. I'm sure that's completely fine. Nothing could come of, no consequences could possibly occur. Alright, but this is a historic moment. We have officially, there we go, spotted a silhouette on the horizon. And in fact, if we were to orient the ship, the Kerbals have also spotted a silhouette on the horizon. Very dark. Very bad approach. Not exactly a scenic view, is it? Yeah, here comes the science clip. There you go. We have to return the first science from Minmus. So let's just transmit like a temperature report, because that will finish that contract. There we go. And that should knock that contract out, which means if we head back to the space center here, pick up an orbit accomplishment, we can then quickly drop into a low Minmus orbit, swing around Minmus, and then head back to Kerbin. There it is, orbit Minmus. Ooh, and Eve is next, huh? Interesting. Okay, we must have a transfer window coming up. Let's just quickly take a look at that. Add a new alarm. We want to look at transfer windows from Kerbin. There we go. From Kerbin to Mohor is in 100 days. Eve in a year. Okay, we got lots of time. We must have just missed the window. In fact, doesn't that mean, like, the window's super close? I think maybe we need to send an Eve probe, like, right now. Okay, let's just create alarms for all. Let's focus on getting this mission done, and then we'll worry about some probes going out there. Okay, for the low price of a lot of Delta V, we can drop into Minmus low orbit. 14, that'll do it. And just, I guess, pray that those supplies last. Again, I don't know what the effect of running out of supplies is here. We should, well, I guess we're going to find out the hard way. Okay, here we go. Big burn. Take us down towards Minmus. Alright, so now we can just teleport in. And then, once we get back out here in 6 days, there is no way they're going to survive this, right? Like, we're dead. So we're probably going to have to burn on this side, which is a shame, because that is... No, other way. Yes, that side. Because that gets us 2 million kilometers above Kerbin, but I think we can bring that in a little. 14. We're going to be coming in hot. 19. 50. 50 will work. Okay, so we got 6 days left on this mission. Don't starve, boys. After a cheeky couple months in space, Ada and Dr. Wand finally caught sight of the big blue ice cream stand in the sky. They'd probably be down for a bit of R&R on the surface though, as at this point, all they'd had to eat for the past 2 weeks was each other. What do you think the octopus is thinking? Does not look particularly impressed. Okay, so we should absolutely now hop out and do a little bit of science. Oh shit, they've turned to tourists. That's what it does. So running out of supplies means you can't use your Kerbals. Oh. Okay. That's bad. So we're not going to get the EVA. Is that too forgiving? We might need to run a poll in the comments. Okay, let us know down below. Do you think that we should switch to a life support mod that straight up kills you if you make a mistake like I just did? Or do you think it's enough that we keep it fairly lighthearted for this playthrough. No one dies horribly. Okay, well, bye-bye, Minmus. We hardly knew ya. It's been an absolute pleasure to leave. So can I still control my ship? I can. Okay. And everything is being automatically 200. Everything's being automatically pulled into here. 255. Holy shit. Now, the scary thing is, if we botch the landing, I won't be able to get these guys to jump out, which is a little terrifying. We appear to have lost stability assist. Well, that's not good. We've still got control. I guess that's through the probe core. But yes, we've lost all pilot skill. Okay, that makes sense. They are currently on protest. Okay, let's split the burn. And light this candle home. And what is going on here? Why is my periapsis changed? It's all falling apart. All of it. Zoop. Okay, we are no longer leaving the system. We still have enough delta V, I'm pretty sure, to bring that periapsis down. Yeah, we'll be fine. This was an unmitigated disaster, though, this mission. If we were playing with the harder life support mod, both of our boys would be very much dust. And not very happy dust, either. Okay, 48's probably fine. Let's go 42. Way more aggressive than we need to be, but it does mean we're almost guaranteed to land where we want to land. Oh, we have a Jool transfer point right now. Maybe we want to do that? Do we just wait? I mean, we do need to go out to Jool. We should probably get a scouting mission going. I don't know if our tech's going to be... Oh, to be completely honest, after this mission, we're gonna have whatever tech we want. So, yeah, okay. We'll be a couple days late for the optimum transfer, but I think we pivot and set up a Jool mission and get that on its way. Okay, so every single person on the mission planning committee for this one is getting the axe to the neck on the guillotine stage. But everybody, but the mission was ultimately successful, and we've returned the big bulk of the money as well, which is always nice. Oh, look at that, and they've even returned to duty. Why? Why, you ask? I couldn't tell you. We can go EVA now, though, which is nice. What is this? Some kind of underwater life forms? No, those can't be possible. Nothing lives under the ocean. It's a barren wasteland. We've all been there. We even landed next to our floating ablative shield. Lovely. What was the final tally there? 291 experiments. It's actually ridiculous. Just too many, dude. 291 experiments. Okay, quick bets. Pause the video. How much science did we get? Place your bets now. You got 5 seconds. Did anybody guess 6,771.4 science? Because I sure as hell didn't. Okay, maybe we have too many science mods installed. I'm beginning to think we might be taking out the Kraken science one. That's a little bit too much juice. 6,771 shards of blue crystal goodness later, and we completely maxed out the R&D facility. I think it's time to maybe put the Kraken back in the bottle, though. It's a little overpowered and we're getting too much juice out of these missions. Unfortunately, however, doing so has put an end to Kermocracy as we know it. The next upgrade to the science lab was going to cost a little over $2.5 million dues, which, if my math is correct, and it never is all of our f***ing money. A quick science collection contract got us a little closer, but it was clear that we'd need to land on Minmus after all before we'd get over this line. The station's gonna have to wait even longer. Oh, for God's sake. Behold again the Whatmik lander in all of its 200-ton glory. This bad boy is so ludicrously overbuilt that we actually needed to upgrade the launch pad just to get it out the door. This does somewhat undermine the whole save up $2.5 million thing, but what are you gonna do? launch into a pretty standard little orbit is what you're gonna do. A little too standard, actually, as we the Minmus inclination yet again. Okay, here we go. And we do have a singular, it's somewhere here. Experiment, I think it's this one, the surface scanning module. What this can do is tell us what resources are available wherever we land, which is going to be really, really useful. Soon, we're going to have to send in orbital surveyors as well to map the surface of Minmus, probably do the Mun and Kerbin too, since we're at it. And those are going to be how we decide what our future colonization prospects are going to be. And we've touched down. And look at that, the legs auto-leveled. Incredible. Oh my god, incredible. How many, 39, 39 science experiments stored. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So now what I want to do is I want to run the analysis. Resource analysis has been performed for the Minmus lowlands. So now we know that the lowlands of Minmus have a 1.71% ore quantity. So basically, that's the number to beat. They've got quite a bit of gypsum. They've got some substrate we could use. They've got a lot of minerals. We've also got all of the ScanSat resources, which we don't know about yet. There's a lot of different resources in this mod pack. Okay, lovely. And smile, everybody! There we go. Perfect time for a salute. I think we do need... where's our man? Baba Ganoush here. Well, actually, tell you what. Javier, why don't you go ahead and put down the flag for me? You absolute majestic man, yeah. You can plant the flag on Minmus. Right over there. Incredible. The lowest of the low. Let's just put Baba Ganoush in his seat. And the rationale here is that way we've at least got control over this vessel, because right now it has no signal to Kerbin, meaning that we have... Yeah, you can board it. Meaning that we have... we got no means of using this thing if we need to, for whatever reason. Okay, so you stay in there. Dr. Wand, you've got somewhere to be, and it's right down there.
Let's fight an epic battle, face off and spin the metal.
Yeah, look at this thing. Oh my goodness, it can't be. There's no way. Dubai chocolate ice cream. Oh god. Can we land on it? Oh, we totally can. Oh, it's perfect. And lightly refreshing too. Incredible. Are you anything, Mr. Rock? You can put a flag up here. That's probably not a bad idea. We should definitely... I mean, we have to tee off. We have to tee off from top of the rock, right? Like, it has to be done. Bye-bye. There's just, like, a genuine value in putting a flag up here, because that way we can easily find it. Okay, there's our Choco Mint Sundae. Fantastic. Okay, is there really nothing we can do with this rock? It just felt like this was some kind of feature. You can climb it. This is pretty cool. Okay, Dr. Wand, in you go. Dump what you've got, and then the final piece of the puzzle here, which is one of my favorite things to do, is because this lander is not all coming back to Kerbin, right? Like, we're gonna ditch a lot of it and take the heat shield. We can actually lose a lot of the weight here. We just don't need to bring it back with us, which just gives us more fuel. No target in range. Still, really? Really? Maybe this thing is meant to scan that rock.
He's a genius.
Oh, that's plausible. Ah, I thought it would scan the surface. Okay, okay. Alright, so in that case, you can detach. Well, I guess we don't really need these anymore, do we? That's going to save a lot of weight. Just got to be careful you don't accidentally detach your fuel tank. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. I may or may not have almost knocked over the vessel by clipping through it. Get in there. We need to leave. We need to leave. Okay. Okay. Let's lift off. Let's lift off and head this way, shall we? Alright, we'll leave the debris field behind. Someone will come along and sweep that up shortly. Now, like I said, getting into an orbit around Minmus is trivial. So we just got to get a couple of kilometers height so we don't clip any mountains. I think 5Ks is probably enough. There we go. And then we just circularize when we're up there. Done. Okay, now we just need to plan our return home. Oh, they're refusing to work because of homesickness. Oh, interesting. Oh, well, that's no good. And we get another Kerbin biome too. Blew up my ablator. I think it's time to go home. So, now the moment of truth. Did that get us enough cash dollar bills to upgrade the research facility? It did not. We're exactly where we were before, but we do have another 1,807 science in the bank. That's good. We need to build a station, and soon, but I really don't want to do that until we've got the right connectors, just because you'll see, it's so much better. I think the next target here is Duna. I think we set some dune probes to Duna, some dunes to Proba. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So, Duna probes. We get 250k advance, we get 250 if we get it right. We have to land probes on 3 different biomes on Duna. Okay. And that means we can now upgrade this. We've got 13 days before we need to go to Duna, so we've got 13 days to make the money to be able to afford to go to Duna. But now we can go into here, and we can very importantly purchase the Meta Materials tab, because that gives us these. The Clampatron docking port seniors. That's what I wanted. Buy it. Okay, there is a lot of other really good stuff here that we should look into. But I'm trying to think, like, is there anything we need to do right now with it? Advanced science tech. It would be good. I mean, this is all station tech, right? Bioreactors to make more sustainable. I mean, we need all of this eventually. Oh, we got the first ISRU conversion so we can make fuel in situ. Okay, we probably do want ISRU facilities for the surface bases, right? Experimental science is very tempting as well. I'd also love to get this one for the K&K docking port, because this is what I want to use to build our surface base eventually. Short-term habitation. Does this help with their feelings of homesickness? Yes. I assume that's what that is. They can stay here for 9 months before they start feeling sad. Okay. That's gonna have to be a gimme. Yeah, this is what we want. The orbital shipyard. So that's 800 science. We just need a little bit more. Okay, so we'll hold off. I really want to be able to build this, because this will allow us to build ships of any size in orbit, as long as we can bring the required materials. It's such... like, it's the only way we're realistically doing this, is to not have to constantly launch stuff. So yeah, that's something we're gonna work towards then, I guess. That was an obscene amount of science, and has finally gotten us the larger docking clamps we've been gunning for. Unfortunately, we're now flat broke. Even more so since I did all that R&D for an over-engineered core module for our mythical station, which I entirely forgot to record. Whoops. Which means that we'd need to pivot hard towards making some money. We've completely blown through our milestone earnings, meaning that the only option still available to us is doing a few actual contracts. Ew. Okay, we gotta make a bit of cash here, and we're running a little low, so we have a mission to go to the Mun, to build a facility there. I mean, honestly, just building our Minmus space would net us a fortune, so that's something we could think about doing. I mean, unironically, this could just be a landing capsule. Like an empty lander could just go to the Mun and drop people off. And that would make us 200k. Okay, we can make another 115 here by going back to the Mun. So that we could drop this ship down, drop the pilot out, get him to plant the flag, but then we got to bring him home. That's the only problem, right? That's the only issue with this. Do we have any tourists who want to go to the moon or the Mun by any chance? We have one, but she's only paying 16k. It's a ton of reputation. Like, that's enormous. This is easy money. This is what, 64k just for going suborbital. That we can do. All right, we can cheese some money out of this and out of this, but we gotta pick somebody who's going on a one-way trip for a little while. We'll have to go get them in the future. They might just be living on the mud. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I know what we have to do. An insane mission requires an insane man to run it. And who better than Baba Ganoush Kerbin? We strapped him into the newly minted Scrub Scrooby base station and blasted him off into orbit. Oh, no. I gotta reset. Oh. And blasted him off into orbit. Okay, time to make a couple little adjustments. I think we're going to burn right here. And that should pivot our orbit up. Yes, and drop it inside that crater. Very cool. In fact, let's just turn directly. So we are going to be inclined off the equator, which is totally fine. I want to land dead set in the middle of this large crater over there. Now, we don't have enough supplies on this vessel to do anything, really. Unfortunately, Baba Ganoush is going to be going on vacation fairly shortly after landing, mostly because I plan to straight up just turn off all of the supply packs here, so that, you know, when we have people coming through, or if we need to kick him back into action, we can just turn it back on, because we know it's not going to kill him. It's just going to make him a tourist. We do also have a recycling module, which is reducing the supply consumption by 60%, which is pretty sweet. Touchdown. There we go. What's that? 193k? I'll take it. Do we immediately go and rescue Baba Ganoush? I don't know if we do. Maybe he can just kind of hang out here on the moon. We do want a presence outside of Kerbin. I'd rather do it on Minmus, just because the presence I want is to be able to go further out into the system. And, you know, that's easier to do, you know, not here. So let's go ahead and plant the flag, because that was one of the things we were asked to do. Zook. There we go. Okay, he ain't no scrub. He's a guy who can get some love from me. You know what I'm talking about, girls? But yeah, Baba Ganoush, I hope you enjoy your permanent retirement on the lunar surface. I guess we'll leave it to the comment section. Do you guys want me to develop a Kerbal, a Minmus base more, or a moon base more? There's no reason really to have both. Or actually, maybe there is. One of the things we want to do to find that out, right, is actually to go and do some scanning of these planets. Okay, there we go. And we've done a flag planting on the Mun. Beautiful. And so if we're going to invest all this money into building this, and I think we should, then, you know, I'm of the opinion that, like, we should probably just focus on Minmus, but I'll take your advice in the comment section. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, the last thing I'd like to do here is to unbuckle our lad. Yeah, see, as you can see, he's currently chilling inside the passenger module, which is where he'd want to be. That's a hell of a view, don't you think? Don't you think? Oh, hold on, wait. I always forget how to do this. Unbuckle, crouch. There we go. Jump. And look. Look at that. Isn't that the view? I mean, listen, it is quite literally a view he's going to die for. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Someone should really clean up all of this junk that someone left on the surface of Minmus. Definitely wasn't me. No siree. For our final act today, I think it would be hilarious to strap a few unsuspecting tourists in for the roller coaster ride of their lives. Who's it gonna be? Fish Magic. No! The Angelic Witch. Oh, what an absolutely excellent name for a nightmare rocket. Oh, and such a long-term supporter of the channel, too. Oh, yes, dude. Yes, we're gonna be reusing this one a ton, too. This is gonna be great. This is a passenger jet with a rocket strapped to the back. Let's get Ada in the front seat, and we'll get our tourists in. So they want to pass out from G-forces. This is very important, right? And they want to go suborbital. Okay, so we need all of them, and we're actually going to need another layer to this. This isn't going to be enough if we want to knock them out. We need to get... Hold on. We need to get some really large, stupidly oversized thrusters. Okay, so we should be able to knock them out. Your G-force tolerance is 5.5. What's ours? 7. Okay, so we can push him up to 5.5 Gs of acceleration, which I think this might just hit. If we make these a little larger, we make them like 1.5 times scale. I know it's getting expensive here. I'm aware. 1.4 times scale. Is that going to be enough to knock them all out? Only one way to find out, right? Three, two, one. Blast them off. They're not pulling that many Gs by the look of things. Let's see what happens here. It's really going to be on when we re-enter. That's what's going to determine this. Okay, we're already outside the atmosphere. Incredible. Okay, so that's gotten us outside of the atmosphere with a hell of a high apoapsis. Let's go ahead and ditch those so that we're not being slowed down too much. So here's my thinking, right? Is once we start falling back towards the planet, we want to go as fast as possible down and then deploy all our parachutes at once. Will that do it? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. Okay, I don't know if this is the stupidest thing I've ever done or the smartest, but let's see if this works. So we basically want to point straight down here, go as fast as possible, and then we're going to use the parachutes to brake. This seems ill-advised. All right. Oh, that was an accidental tumble. That was not intended. Oh, they're reaching their G limit. We got him, boys. We got him. All right. Hey, we got him. We got him. We got him. But now I don't know if we're going to be able to re-enter. I don't know if we're going to be able to slow down enough. Okay. Let's try and see if we can get ourselves in a sort of a flat trajectory at least. We might blow up here. I think we're coming in a little quick. What do you guys think? Wait, hold on. Do we actually have to get them back to life? No, we did not. They did not have to survive the trip. But 8 is dead. Oh no, we've won, but at what cost? Ada, Kerbin. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go get Baba Ganoush after all. Oh, crap. Well, that was a hell of a way to go. Remind me never to do that again. Remind me never to lost with all hands on board. R.I.P. Rest in pepperoni to Ada Kerbin, though. Oh, she was KIA. Oh, she was so brave and so dumb at the same time. Well, Ada, thank you for your service. We will miss you. And we're probably gonna have to find some new ones. Well, this episode's certainly been a mixed bag, hasn't it? Not only did we manage to conquer a new world and build a base on the Mun, but we managed to either strand or kill our only 2 pilots. You gotta love KSP. However, that is unfortunately all we have time for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much for your comments and your feedback. And, as always, R.I.P. Ada. She's bubbered her last ganoush.